Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Oh, man. All right. Yeah. We're going to welcome. I think this is the first show that I have had you on in a while without Will.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I did the show. It was just you. If not Will, then you, me, and a guest.
I remember the last time.
When was it?
I'll text you about it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It was that last time. Yeah, it's so we're gonna have a fun.
Oh, my straw is upside down. Oh, no.
How do you have an upside down straw? Like, is that even possible?
Yeah, because it's one of the long ones, so it has, like, the thing in the bottom where it doesn't pull out of the spout. And I just
Yeah.
looked at it, and I'm like, oh, wait, the thingy's up here. Why can't I open this? This is very embarrassing to be on live internet. But it is what it is. Hopefully the two people watching right now don't give a fuck about my hydration problems. Okay, but it's like fucking stuck. Oh well. I'll deal with this later. Because I can't even fucking. I can't. I can still drink it, but it's just like popping out.
You should get like a metal straw or something. I texted you, by the way.
I saw you open it. So I went to a taping of the Kelly Clarkson show yesterday.
I was going to ask you about that. Tell me about Kelly Clarkson's show.
Oh my God, it was so much fun. So a lot of all the NBC talk shows film in Rockefeller Center, so you can enter to win free tickets.
Oh.
So yeah, it was me and my friend Caitlin won. It was totally free. Cost fucking $2.90 on the subway to go.
Must be nice.
So it takes up like half an afternoon. So
okay.
From what I saw, hi Mr. Fred.
Hey Freds. And countdown to Comic-Con. You're going to Niagara Comic-Con, right? Is that true, Freds?
Happy Pride Month, you fucking queer. Give us some facts, Kay.
We did that one year.
I did that. I think I did that 2 years ago. Last year I did nothing on this show because I was too exhausted.
That is very true.
And this year, I think we should do something this year.
You know, as Pride kept coming up, you know, I was like, oh crap, we should fucking do something. And
I've been thinking it's been on my brain, but I'm like, I don't have the bandwidth to think about it right now. Now I'm like, it's June 4th.
No, it's already gone. I was thinking about it because, you know, WWE has been doing these all like AAPI month and, you know, Black History Month and Mental Health Awareness Month, and their shirts are like really shitty. If you've
I was
seen
just
them.
gonna say, can I be a brat for a minute?
Go right ahead.
It's the same fucking shirt with a different flag on it every month. It's the same shirt as the Black History Month shirt.
No, it's the same. It's not even different flag. The ring ropes are different colors. I'm like, this is like rinse and repeat.
It's like quite literally the same shirt. Like, I'm glad that they're acknowledging Pride at all.
Yeah.
Because like this year, I'm noticing like Pride collections are just like diminishing because a lot of folks are kind of scared to take a stance.
Yeah.
On the LGBTQ plus community. So I know Vince wasn't doing Pride for a few years. I remember like Sonya Deville came on. They're like, oh good, we have a token lesbian we can use. So they did.
They thought they had a token lesbian. There are more lesbians on that roster than they actually know about.
No, for real. But like they had that one year, there was like 2016 or 2017 where they had really good Pride merch. Like, I was talking to my friend about the fit though. Do you remember the Balor Club, the Pride shirt? It was like the rainbow and the Balor Club logo.
Yeah, he talked about that on. I saw a video clip where he talked about because that was his entrance for WrestleMania 33.
Yeah.
33. Yeah, no, my fault. It was 34. 34 in New Orleans.
Yes, yes, yes. I
He
remember
talked about
that.
how he said that entrance was more important to him than any demon entrance he's ever done, which I was like, wow, that's really
Oh,
awesome.
that is really awesome. Oh,
I do love.
what's it called?
What were you saying? I do love Taquan. Is like, are you trying to tell us something with your new Discord name? Because I've also noticed Taquan, you change your Discord name every week or so. Like, what is the reasoning with that? Did you just want us to notice, and then you're gonna stop changing your Discord name, or what?
Happy Pride Month. But the shirts this year are like ugly.
What, the WWE shirts?
Yeah, they're like so generic.
Yeah, that's because when they said they were doing like Black History Month shirt, I was like, ooh, that looks nice. Ooh, excuse me. And then I was like, oh, they're doing just the same thing for every other month. And I was like, this is uninspired completely.
The
No.
one thing I wish they brought back was WWE didn't do this, AEW did this. CM Punk did his logo with the trans flag last summer for 2 weeks, and all the proceeds went to Trevor Project.
That was when he was with
And
the
I was
AE
like,
Dubs, right?
yes. So I was like sincerely hoping that they would like bring back that shirt, or even like do Punk's logo and like the different flags, or like some of the flags.
Instead, they're bringing back all the Punk retro merchandise.
Oh my God, it's not fair. I'm gonna spend so much money.
And that's on sale. That's the big thing right now.
I'm looking at the site. I'm looking at the site now. Oh, they have shorts.
CM Punk shorts?
Yeah, they have chalkline shorts. They have black shorts like with the logo on it. They have sweatpants. They
Mm-hmm.
got a jacket. They're selling the sleeves again.
What sleeves?
The CM Punk wrist sleeves, like the glove with the X on it.
Oh, that one?
Do you know the lengths I had to go to find those on the internet when I was CM Punk for Halloween a few years
I
ago?
was say, I thought you had them already.
I do have them already. I found them on Poshmark and I spent like $20 on them.
Why didn't you just tape up your arms yourself?
I didn't want to. I wanted the CM Punk one.
I was like,
Oh, they have little like baby onesies.
do you have any dog merch for
Boris,
Boris?
no. I know, I'm very upset about it.
Then he can
Today
truly be
is
CM Pup.
he is CM Punk. Today is International Corgi Day, fun fact.
Is it really?
Yes.
I mean, Sasha's probably having a field day.
Sasha has a corgi?
You've never seen Sasha / Mercedes Corgi?
No.
He's
I don't
flipping hysterical.
I don't remember.
I forgot what the name of her
What's-
dog is. But he's you found him?
No.
Oh.
I wanted to see if I could find like dog merch on WWE Shop. They're reselling the John Cena Hustle Loyalty Respect shirt with the Beware of Dog one from like 2008.
Wow. You're gonna buy it, aren't you?
Yeah, I wanted that shirt so bad in high school and I never had it. Wow. I love that for me.
Are you buying it right now?
No, not now.
So you're putting it in your cart?
Yeah. I'll save it for a rainy day. I like said I was done buying t-shirts, but like
It's New Yorker in you. Charles has the same problem.
I'm trying to like my obsession with buying t-shirts from like shows and like things I've gone to or like traveling.
Yeah.
I'm trying to channel that same energy into other avenues.
Such as?
So I'm trying tote bags,
Okay.
hats.
Okay.
Because especially like living here, like you can never have enough tote bags, you can never have enough hats. Like they're essential for like daily like function.
Mm-hmm.
Or like things like postcards or like prints, something I can hang on my wall.
Interesting.
Like this whole wall behind me
Yeah.
are my Broadway playbills and like different posters I've gotten from different shows I've like drag shows or like Broadway shows I've seen. There's like tattoo flash and like Broadway art on here.
Yeah, I feel like I made tote bags for all of our properties in war. Like they should be on the shop.
Probably.
I know I
I
have
haven't
tote
looked at our
bags. Honestly, neither have I, but I need to. I need to do some stuff for my shop as well since I just finished the podcast season. Shameless plug.
Ooh.
And I have some time to kill.
I need the mental headspace to like work on a new logo because I'm like so sick of the fucking Resident Rainbow and I don't want to bring the HBIC back, but I don't know what I want.
You gotta mess with something with, the kayfabe moniker. I don't know what it will be.
I know.
I don't know what it would be completely. No, I gotta fiddle with the shop a little bit. I know Frats just bought some merch. Nate bought merch, and they said it came out really good, so I'm happy with that. I believe we can, if you do a new logo, okay, you gotta, if the colors are solid enough and not too complex, we can probably make it into a hat.
Ooh. All I want is a fucking baseball cap with the old KOTR logo. That is all I want in the world.
What do you mean, like the
point.
second logo? Like when you first discovered us?
When I first, yeah.
Okay.
Not the purple
God,
logo.
no, not the purple logo. That purple logo is god awful.
Ooh. Ugh.
I don't know how we survived doing that for so long, to be honest with you.
Yeah. But I wonder, when will we rebrand? We've had this Marvel thing going for like a while.
I know. I don't know. I can't think of anything better than what we have right now. I know this one was done also by Ant at my request.
Yes.
And I always had this dream of if for some reason we decided to end, I would just switch the colors to purple instead of gold because it would be like Endgame. Because it's supposed to look gold to represent kind of Infinity War.
Yeah.
And then if it was like a Friday episode, I'd switch the colors to purple.
Cute. I'm just feeling like switching it up.
I know. I just got to think of some. I've been thinking of that. I've been thinking of maybe switching up the format. I was doing a lot of guest shows on people who use StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I use this is because one, I'm so comfortable with this. But two, also like it's free.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like it's free. Like StreamYard would be probably great for us, and I've seen people do a lot of great stuff with it. But that's another bill. That's another yearly bill for us.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely figure it out. Because I do have a war logo that I never used.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll have to send it to you. I've had it I was like, can I see it? I've had it in the holster for a very, very long time. I just never showed anybody.
Well, let's see it.
I gotta see if I can find it. Hold on, let me do a quick search. Because I know it's around here somewhere. And then we'll get started. So, all right, Freds was telling me, Freds is going to Niagara Comic-Con. And he said, I'm going to meet Skeet Ulrich, who I don't know who the fuck Skeet Ulrich is. Sounds like a weird name. Chris Jericho, great. Dustin Rhodes, and some more. Might hop the border to New York for some duty-free booze. What are you trying to...
Ooh.
What kind of booze are you trying to get from upstate New York that you can't get in Canada? Because I know other food products you can't get in Canada, but like what specifically? You should go to a Target while you're in America. Why?
I don't think they have Target in Canada. I keep seeing TikToks of like Canadians like crossing the border to go to Target and like Trader Joe's.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine with that one. Let me see if I... Cheaper, but if they have Stone Cold IPA. Oh, you want cheaper booze. Got it. Oh,
that makes sense.
Okay, that makes all the sense in the world. All right, hold on. Let me see where the hell I put this logo. Actually, I think I know where it's at. Let's check my phone. I know where I put it. Podcast logos. Yep, here it is. I'm gonna send it to you right now, Kay, before we get started.
Waiting patiently.
It's gonna come there in like 2 seconds. This was actually a gift from the Randfobber. I just never found a way to implement it. Also, I would want a circular one. I can probably make it a circular logo and just take.
See.
Did you see it? I just sent it to you.
Wait, I love this. Can I be real?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I like this better than our current logo.
Yeah, we held it for. Oh well, the linear logo we have.
The one you. Yes.
Okay. We can work towards a rebrand.
This is gorgeous. I have some other like rebrandy ideas if we don't change the KOTR logo, maybe just like different like aesthetic like ideas for the. I'm like pointing to the computer like you can see like the screen.
I can see your hands. for like
different fonts, different colors, shit like that.
For like rebranding War or rebranding KOTR?
KOTR.
Okay. Yeah, send me some stuff. I have all the time in the world these days.
Oh?
What?
Everything good?
Oh,
okay?
No. In general, I have all the time in the world.
Oh, thank God. I'm like, oh my God, did you lose your job? Is everything okay?
No. My job's fine. I just got a raise the other day. The other week, actually. So, no.
Congratulations.
Everything's fine. I'm just...
Oh my God, you scared the shit out of me for a moment.
I'm just saying, I have time during my days, most except unless I'm doing something which is very rare, out of the norm, so that we can talk shop or whatever.
Okay.
Just take a deep breath, Ken. I didn't mean to scare you.
Oh, let me grab my gummies before we start.
Please do.
That's good then. Alrighty.
Oh shit! Thanks, NBA 2K.
What happened?
Xbox has said, "Hey, thanks for playing NBA 2K24 Season 7. You've been selected to receive a code for 15,000 VC usable in game."
Oh, cool!
Also,
very fun.
Here's a $5 gift card which you can use to buy games, add-ons, movies, and more in your Microsoft Store. Spend by July 8th. Wow, they're just giving away stuff. 15,000 VC is virtual currency in that game.
Oh, cool! So is it like a lot of currency for that game?
It's a good amount, yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I haven't been playing in them. I've been playing that one recently. I started getting into Marvel Midnight Suns.
What's that?
It's an RPG mixed with a turnstile game, a turn-based game.
Oh, fun!
So, because in the midst of me like reading random stuff.
I'm back on my Disney Dream My Valley kick because there's been this Disney Park Star Path.
Okay.
So every few months they'll do like a Star Path. So it's like you can like get tokens as you like do things in the game, and you can like get like different furnitures and outfits and like different costumes for the characters and stuff. So I've been building a fucking amusement park for the last like week and a half.
Nice.
And now I'm working on a shopping district.
Okay.
So it's basically the same shit I was doing in Animal Crossing, but kind of more elaborate because there's quests, whereas in Animal Crossing, you just kind of do what you need to do. Fair Islands.
Gotcha.
But there's no like, oh, do this quest. There's like holiday-based events in Animal Crossing, but no like questies.
All right. Ready to get the show on the road?
Yeah.
I've been stalking my friend's activeness on PS5, and you put some hours in the Midnight Suns. I have put some hours in the Midnight Suns. I really have.
How many hours would you say you have in it?
I literally did like an hour before I had dinner after work today. So it's, I don't know. Taquan can check for me. It's probably close to 30 at this point.
That's not a lot of hours.
Yeah, when I got the game last week.
No.
I'll have to double check for you. I might be able to double check right now.
Leave it to me. What is it?
I don't know. I guess my comparison is like the most hours I logged into a game was like Animal Crossing, like peak pandemic.
What's your decision?
My fault. I've
Like-
done 27 hours so far.
That's a good amount of time for a week, though.
Because you know what it is? It's since it's turn based, but it's also there's an RPG element to it, so you get into a lot of dialogue with characters, and so that's what I'm
Yeah.
like. That's I just read that,
Okay.
and you're like, oh, and you get into conversations and you learn about all the lore and stuff. Some of it I
Mhm.
knew because they're Marvel characters. Some of it I did, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Well, the more you know.
Exactly. Speaking of which, before we get started, Kay, have you seen X-Men 97?
Not yet.
You need to with all of your millennial heart.
No, you ruined it.
I have heard it's really gay and really
Oh,
great.
it's so gay. It's so gay.
It's on my list for like
It's so
Pride
gay.
to watch during Pride Month.
There's so much, excuse my friend, there's so much serving content like the first 5 episodes. It's amazing. So much from Magneto. Gambit, my lord, Gambit is so bisexual.
I love that energy.
But it sticks true to the original like television show.
I've heard that. I've heard it's like super faithful to it.
Yeah, they
watched
brought
the
back
original as a kid.
they brought back a lot of the same voice actors from the original.
Oh, that's really cool.
Fun fact, they're all Canadian.
Come here.
Ooh.
Like apparently the studio they did it in is in Toronto.
That's cool.
Yeah. So most of the voice actors, I watched the documentary that Disney Plus put out on it recently. 120.
Can I I need to complain about Disney Plus for a minute.
Complain real quick before we get started.
Since they've merged with Hulu, I hate looking at it.
It's too much for you, isn't it?
It's very overwhelming.
It's a
and I wish it
lot.
changed.
It's a lot of stuff.
Especially because like I have Hulu Live. Like I pay for the bundle with all of this. So like why do I have to see it twice?
I hate to inform you, but I can talk to you about this probably later. It's gonna get even worse.
I know. Because I think HBO is merging with not HBO.
There's gonna be 2 essentially super bundles.
Who's the other one merging again? Because I was just reading this the other day and now it's escaping me.
Hulu caused Baby Boy to be on Disney Plus. It's fucked up. It's true though.
Baby Boy's on Disney Plus
because it's on Hulu. Whatever is
Oh
on
my
Hulu
God.
is also on Disney Plus.
I remember being in middle school and Baby Boy was on TV. I feel like all day, every day.
You know what? Oh, and that's what I need to do. Since the merger, I found out that the show Greek, is on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, because ABC Family.
And I loved the show Greek.
I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes because it was on around the same time as Secret Life of the American Teenager, which I watched. It was so bad.
Very understandable. Very understandable. I liked watching Greek because I was out of college and I was out of Greek life. So to watch like a deep dive into like a fictional college Greek life, I was like, oh, this is so fascinating to me.
Yeah.
So, anywho, we can go on a tangent, but we have to talk about wrestling, Kay, and we have
we
have
do.
some fun stuff to talk about. As I pull up some shit real quick because we gotta do another prediction battle, Kay.
I love making predictions on things I have no stakes in. I will say my AEW predictions for someone that hasn't watched in months were like very good.
You did rather
very
well,
accurate.
actually. From what I recall, you did pretty good.
I did really well, except for like
What did you do?
the Malachi Black match, like a few others, the Moxley match.
Yeah, we're gonna get to all of that. All right, so this is obviously gonna be no video board audio or anything, which I kind of like, because I can do all the editing in post. So it's gonna be a long silence for a little bit, and you know when to come in, Kay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get this show on the road starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, King, Ricky, and Kayfabe do something they haven't done in a really, really long time. And that's lay it on thick with some wrestling, some pastel suits, some people breaking a forbidden door or a prohibited portal. And is AEW and WWE in a really Cold War-esque kind of arms race? Because I think so. So we're going to lay down the battleground as we predict NXT Battleground coming up this Sunday right here on King's Rings Podcast, episode number 378, exclusively here on WrestleAddict Radio, and it starts right now. And hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Kings of the Rings podcast, exclusively here on WrestleAddict Radio. I am your host, King Ricky Rose. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We are here live right now on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. So if you like what you're seeing right now, or if you're in the future and like what you're listening to, please leave a like, follow, share, and subscribe. Leave all of that stuff, and maybe leave a comment, because, we like the feedback. We do like the feedback. Thank you guys again for joining us. It is a 2-person show today. Willie T is still out there somewhere in the world. 434 days since his last incident. Surprisingly enough, I am very, very proud of Will. He's also out there getting a bleach blonde, bad built butch body for the second week in a row. But have no fear, folks, because Kayfabe is here. Happy Pride, Kayfabe. How are you?
Happy Pride. I think I finally defrosted. And I finally defrosted in time for Pride. Very happy to be back. It's been a very busy couple of weeks.
Yeah, it has.
I'm not in search of my youth anymore. My throwing up my back was so 2 weeks ago.
I mean, to be completely honest with you, I totally forgot. I totally forgot to change this. There's always one thing that I kind of screw up every week. Like whether it's like not
the fact.
It's either changing the fact or changing some sort of notification or changing Will's number. Since the last you just happen to be the thing today. So I'm sorry, Kay. But
what's my real fact today?
It was in search of their youth. I didn't change it. That was the thing. So I mean, if you want to,
I don't get a new fact.
If you want to give me a new one, I might be able to edit it on the fly right now. It's up to you. You
can mention my Emmy-nominated Kelly Clarkson audience member appearance.
Are you actually going to be on the show? Like, did you ask a question or anything?
No, I'm just in the audience. I doubt you'll see me, but it airs on Monday.
Okay.
And I'm like low-key so afraid to like watch it back because like I was rambunctious.
I mean, I would expect nothing less from you, Kay. You're always rambunctious.
Yeah, like I was like obsessed with Kelly Clarkson, and like I voted for her on American Idol in 5th grade. I was like I remember like in middle school, like being on the Kelly Clarkson message boards, and there was a Kelly Idol, and it was like a contest. It was a whole thing. Like I was committed to her in middle school.
I am now picturing you like just on your little computer in your room with like one light on and like dark everywhere, and you're just typing away the Kelly Clarkson message boards.
No, literally. I went to see From Justin to Kelly the day it came out.
Oh my god.
I am a day one From Justin to Kelly viewer, and I loved it. It's such a terrible movie.
That should be your new fact next week then. Day one Justin to Kelly viewer.
But the thing I'm like the most like nervous about this viewing. Mm-hmm. So the day before I went to Kelly Clarkson, I went to the Mets game with my friends, and I got color, and I got some color.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm a little red right now. The purple's kind of masking it a little bit, kind of hopefully, but I put on like SPF 50, and that did not do anything. Like I got burned quickly. We were like, I don't know. You've been to Citi Field, right?
Actually, surprisingly enough, I was talking about this the other day with my friend who's a Mets fan. I
You haven't?
have never been to Citi Field whatsoever.
Well, actually, I forgot the date, but we can look it up. The Mets are playing the Yankees at Citi Field this month.
Subway Series. It's not this week. It's not this weekend. It's next weekend, if anything, or later on.
I think it's like early in the week. I was gonna be
Ooh.
like Kings of the Rings trip to the Yankees and Mets.
Maybe. I don't know if I still can. I know my undergrad has nothing to do with wrestling. I apologize, folks. But I know my undergrad as having like an alumni night at Yankee Stadium on like a Wednesday, and I can get tickets, which includes like a pregame,
Oh, that's
which
cute.
includes pregame hospitality and seats.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Yankees and Mets, June 25th and June 26th. And I think they're both at Citi Field.
Oh, it's Tuesday and Wednesday. It's possible.
We should go.
I mean, since no one's seeing the Mets except for the Yankees, no one's seeing the Mets these days.
It was. I mean, we went on a Sunday, but we went to like the 140 game. It was pretty packed.
Yeah,
it was very fun.
So it's a big family event. I'm
Hi,
assuming.
Boris. Bless
But
you,
we'll
bless
figure it
you.
out. All right, so let's get into this right now. There's been a lot of crazy stuff. Hi, Boris.
Hey.
Hi, CMO. There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world of pro wrestling. First and foremost, I think the craziest thing that's going on in the world of pro wrestling, and the messiest thing that's going on in the world of pro wrestling, is the Liv Morgan and Dom Mysterio ridiculousness that is going on. So Liv Morgan is literally laying it on thick on Dom Mysterio completely. It is, I don't know how to describe this, Kay, but you know, you thought the Liv Morgan revenge tour, whatever, would end after she got the belt, but it's not what she's doing. The belt was never the issue. It's a matter of her taking everything from Rhea, and she is cracking Dom every week. She's gone so nuts. Dominic just posted that Liv Morgan went and pretty much liked every photo on his Instagram. Like
Really?
Today. Yes.
That's crazy. That's such great attention to detail on WWE's part. I don't know if they told her to do that or she made the decision on her own to like go through his entire Instagram. That's fucking genius.
Have you been following this, kayfabe, with this Liv kind of acting messy? Kind of?
Sort of. I like watched a little bit of Raw today, like during work. And I saw last week with the kiss. I was like so confused because I saw the kiss the next day, and I watched Raw live last week, and I'm like, this didn't happen on TV.
So there's been a lot of discussion about that, because it happened 2 weeks in a row. Because after Gunther won the semis of King of the Ring, they cut as soon as like Jay tapped. Or not tapped or whatever. And so I don't know what it is, but USA has a hard cut for them at 11. There's no overrun anymore. The only overrun they give is the NXT, which sounds absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know why that is, because it wasn't shown on TV, because it happened after 11 and USA cut the feed. It was a hard cut.
I remember Raw used to go until like 11:08 to 11:13 every night without fail.
Yeah. And I don't know why we're doing that now, and NXT kind of gets the boost of it.
Maybe because I don't know how true this is, because like I've said, I haven't watched NXT in a few years now. Maybe Raw, usually that third hour usually gets a little more intense.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, I don't know if it's more expensive or like to like air Raw later versus NXT, because NXT is 2 hours, right? It goes from 8 to 10.
Yeah, and then they have like a, maybe an 8-minute run over.
Could it be more expensive that extra hour, like a differential of some sort?
I guess if that's the case, people have to make their times.
Yeah.
That's the thing is. But I kind of love this. This is messy. It has drama written all over it. I think the best part about it is Dom's cracking. And I'll be honest with you, Dom.
Quickly.
Man to man, no one's going to blame you. No one's going, except for Rhea. Rhea's going to blame you, but no one's going to blame you.
Okay, not to be mean, I'm not shaming Liv. Rhea's so much hotter than Liv Morgan. Like, come on. I feel like it's not believable.
It's believable to me.
It's like it reminds me of like when Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
That did happen.
But
We got one of the greatest albums of all time about it.
then Deja came out with 444 and said Beyonce did the same thing.
Probably. I believe, Sideberg, that her and her bodyguard Julius have a thing.
That's what everybody
allegedly.
said. Yeah, that's what a lot of people.
It's Julius. But I don't know. I understand that no offense, but offense. Men are weak.
Dom cracked real quick. You know it's bad when Finn Balor has to step in multiple times in the same episode.
Yeah. Finn Balor is
Finn's the good friend.
cock. Yeah. He's simultaneously being good buddy, but also cock
at the same time.
Good.
Finn came in like to protect the property. You're not messing with my son. No. 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 You are bad. No. No. And Dom's like, but I kind of wanna. Like,
I feel like when Rhea comes back, like it has to be like Rhea, like Dom's dick on a pole. Survivor Series.
I have a feeling. I have a really, really interesting feeling that it is that I think Rhea's gonna come back sooner than expected. I wouldn't be surprised if Rhea comes back by SummerSlam.
I think she's coming back for SummerSlam.
Yeah, I don't think she's that injured. Like, I mean, I saw the hit. It looked pretty bad. And if it's what I suspected it would be, like a collarbone, those are shitty to heal, to be completely honest. Because I've known several people who've broken collarbones, and sometimes they never really fully completely heal. But I think she's gonna come back sooner than expected.
Me too. Like I didn't expect her being out for like too long.
Yeah, I think Liv runs kind of psychotic as she's being right now, even more intense on Dom for an entire summer, and by SummerSlam, Rhea returns, or the day after SummerSlam.
I like low-key feel like they're moving it a little too fast.
I thought so at first, because I honestly thought that when she won at King and Queen of the Ring, I was like, are they going to summer a Punk Liv Morgan? I thought this was going to be like a burn all the way to SummerSlam,
Me too.
Where she like wins at SummerSlam, but apparently not.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like accelerated so fast, and I even feel like Dom cracking. Like, yeah, men are gonna crack fast. That's expected, but like, I feel like there hasn't been much time.
It all got screwed up because Rhea got injured, and so Becky extended her stay for about a month and a half, essentially being a transitional to have some sort of, giving it over to Liv. Did the best that she could. And I think this is rushed, but right now, it's one of the most intriguing things in WWE right now. And
it's super fun and chaotic.
Yeah, and it's the most interesting Liv Morgan's ever been.
Oh, for sure.
Just being this kind of psychotic, obsessed. Like, is she really into Dom? Is she not really into Dom? Is she doing this just to spite Rhea? Like, and no one knows what's at play here.
She's not into Dom.
I don't know. It's pretty wild, and I do enjoy every moment of it whatsoever. But moving on, I guess it's a precedent now that if a wrestler comes out in a pastel colored suit, they are faking a retirement. Okay, to a T. AJ Styles came out in a very nice blue for him. I thought he looked really nice.
He looked very pretty.
He looked really nice. Hair was done well. You had all the speculation. They set it up really well that he wanted to get a rematch, and Nick Aldis is like, no, I can't do that anymore, back of the line. And AJ's like, I don't have that much time left, so now I got to do what I have to do. And he comes out, and he gives the speech, and it's totally believable. He talked about how many times he's missed big moments of his children. And I was like, oh, it makes a lot of sense. He goes, my son just graduated. And I thought to myself, how many of these other events have I missed? Maybe I just need to be a phenomenal father. Like, it was a well-crafted speech.
Yeah.
It was really good. And then he's like, this is the house that AJ Styles built. I want to give the keys to you, Kotr. I was like, this seemed
It was really good.
It was really good.
It was a really good speech.
It was good. And then, you know what told me everything I needed to know.
The little bro thing.
No, not even that. That text message thing was really nice, and I think that was legitimately a shoot from Cody.
Mm-hmm.
It was them posing on the four sides of the ring.
I didn't even notice that.
He kept being like, "Hey, let's take pictures. Let's take pictures." And I was like, "Oh, he's turning." And then he clotheslined the living crap out of him, and Styles clashed him off the steel steps, while the Good Brothers stayed guard and didn't let anybody get through, which I thought was absolutely hysterical. But I love it. And even so much, Mark Henry was like, "That was awesome."
I wonder. So I had heard Mark Henry's contract with AEW is also up. I wonder
he
if
is not going to renew. So,
oh
yeah, I'm assuming that Mark is returning to WWE under a Legends contract or a backstage agent or something like that.
well, that's why I was asking him. Like, I wonder if he was able to sign. Like, did he produce this segment himself?
It doesn't seem like it. It seems like from all of his posting, he was thoroughly entertained by it.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't believe they did this twice. I live for it.
It worked every time. Mark's was even better. Do you remember Mark's?
I do.
Because he brought his boots out to the ring too. Do you remember that?
Oh my god, he did. I haven't watched it in a long time.
He brought his boots out to the ring, and then Cena. But the difference was Cena just came out randomly. I think. No, I think Cena's in the ring, and then Mark came out, and then he was like, "No, John, stay."
I don't remember how it went at all. I need to rewatch it. It's been a long time.
It was so fun. It was such a fun move. And I don't know what they do with AJ here, because I legitimately thought he was leaving, and he still might leave, and he still might get suspended or something, because now that there's kind of a working relationship with WWE and TNA, which totally blew the roofs off our show last week, if you listened to it, Kay.
I actually didn't listen yet.
Yeah. Did you know that this year is TNA's 20th anniversary?
Really?
It wouldn't surprise me if AJ gets kayfabe suspended or fired from
And shows up on TNA.
Shows up on TNA for a
I think people would lose it.
I would lose it.
Hear me out.
I'm this close. I'm this close to watching
Joe
TNA.
Hendry.
I'm this close to watching TNA weekly.
AJ Styles versus Joe Hendry.
If Joe Hendry shows up in the Rumble next year,
they have to. But also, for real, how do we watch? It's like a mystery to me. I feel like TNA's in Narnia. I don't know where to find it.
TNA
How do
is
I
on
watch
Access TV, which I have via my cable package, so I can watch whenever I want. I also can get it on demand too via my cable package as well.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten to it.
I have Hulu Live, so I'll have to see if I have.
Do you know what this also means in this giant Cold War-esque arms race that is going on in WWE and AEW and all of that? Who's signed to the TNA roster? Dana Brooke.
Oh, yeah.
AJ Francis.
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler could make a return, and it would be perfect.
I think Dolph Ziggler is going to be in the 2025 Rumble. I'm calling it now. Should have been me.
Should have been me. Oh, my God. Listen, this could be Dolph Ziggler's way back in. And it would be absolutely hysterical. TNA's a good product. Very, very good product.
I'm interested in it. I'm just like, how do I get there?
I don't know. You know, their social media team is great. Anytime WWE does something with a TNA alumnus, TNA will post a highlight video of a match they did.
Oh, that's cute.
It's really good. Whoever things they do is really good. So I don't know if AJ's going to stick around. If he's going to go to TNA. The world's wide open right now in pro wrestling, including in AEW. So Mercedes Moné, the greatest female wrestler of all time, in my biased opinion,
You're very biased.
My extremely biased opinion. I am totally on board with that. Won the TBS championship, which is kind of weird, but hey, whatever. You're paying her a lot of money, but you're going to give her a secondary title. I understand. Had a match against Sky Blue on AEW, and then got mic checked by Stephanie Vaquer, the NJPW Strong Champion. You know, the title they kind of made for Mercedes. And then, showed up with the NJPW Strong belt, the belt that Mercedes lost to Willow, also getting injured in the process, showing up on Dynamite TV. A little factoids from our friend Will Gray, who was on the show last week, from his article on Last Word on Sports. She is 31-year-old Chilean-born wrestler, been wrestling for 15 years, so turned pro at the age of 16, debuted in CMLL, the other big wrestling promotion in Mexico outside of beside AAA. So she debuted in CMLL in 2019, did some American Independence in 2023, debuted in New Japan for the NJPW Strong Women's Division, which she currently has the title. She also holds the CMLL Women's title and the CMLL Tag Team title. It is possible, it is very, very possible, very, very probable that she is showing up to face Sasha for the TBS Championship at Forbidden Door later on this month on Long Island, New York.
Are you going?
Hell no, probably.
Why? You should go.
I don't know. They're doing a lot of fire sales for that.
It's a fire.
Yeah. But it is also very, very possible that if she wins the TBS title from Mercedes, she would then own 4 titles on 3 different continents in the world.
That's fucking really impressive.
She is pretty
crazy.
much the female belt collector of CMLL, and she is on a tear. Like I said, she's only 31. She's relatively young. I've seen some of her highlights. Her and Mercedes faced first off in New Japan in the Strong Division before Mercedes got injured, and they have great chemistry together. This woman's fantastic. She has a great presence to her. She has a great look. She's going to get scooped up really quickly by somebody, either AEW officially or WWE, somewhere within the next 2 to 3 years. But she has all the tools to be very, very successful. AEW has Forbidden Door. WWE probably has what's known as probably a prohibited portal now, and I swear if WWE takes prohibited portal and makes it a pay-per-view, it would be great. Because
I think they should.
Let's think about this here, because I was talking about this with my guest last week. So AEW has a working partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling, who also has a working partnership with CMLL. So those are your big 3 for that side of the aisle. WWE, by and large now, has a working relationship with TNA, saving TNA from the dumpster fire that was their working partnership with AEW. TNA also has a working partnership with AAA, the legendary promotion from Mexico. So when you look at it, you have AEW, New Japan, and CMLL, WWE, TNA, and AAA. Let's also not forget WWE has working partnerships with All Japan Pro Wrestling because they sent Regal Sun over there to do the Triple Crown tournament. They also have WXW under their pocket in Germany because they've had a lot of their content on the network. They also, WWE, for example, has a working partnership with Progress Wrestling, which is a very amazing UK wrestling promotion. This is an arms race, Kay.
This is fucking crazy.
Yeah. This is a huge deal. Like, the doors don't exist anymore. Anybody can show up anywhere, anytime.
Okay, but my question is, when do WWE and AEW finally collab?
Jesus. Not for a long time.
You think?
The problem is AEW can't keep WWE out of their mouth.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem. Tony Khan has to bring it up at every major media thing. Hell, MJF hadn't returned for like 5 minutes and he brought up Vince McMahon. Why? No reason for it. But he just did.
I would argue, and also this is me being very biased about my boy MJF, but MJF's been gone for like a hot minute. So I feel like him bringing up Vince McMahon only makes sense now because he's been gone.
But he knew what was up. He knew what happened with Vince.
Of course he did. Of course he did. He's still going to make the cheap shot get that heat for talking about Vince.
It didn't even seem like it was heat to me, but that's just me.
Well, I think that was the intent.
Yeah.
You're trying to be edgy talking about Vince McMahon and our year 2024. He's been gone long enough where I found it appropriate. If say like if Max Caster and like the Acclaimed are still like mentioning Vince McMahon in their raps every week,
Yeah.
then I'd be like, all right, wrap it up. We've talked about this 50 times. MJF's been gone. I forgive it.
Yeah, I don't. I was like, it kind of fell off for me. I mean, it was bad enough he came out like O2 Triple H. It was bad enough he had a really bad spray tan on.
Oh yeah, that tan was bad. bad. Oh.
I was like,
buddy, no.
Maxwell, what are we doing? And it's even worse. Have you seen his shirt, Kay?
What shirt?
The Wolf of Wrestling shirt, which by the way, he took from an indie wrestler named Stephen Wolf.
Shut the fuck up.
Did you see the shirt?
I'm looking it up right now. Oh my god! The first thing I see, MJF's according to Sportskeeda, I don't know how fucking reliable this is.
Yeah.
Max's contract is $15 million a year.
I mean, AEW has the perceived like net worth for it. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It's probably the only reason why he left. Why he stayed.
Like, good for him, of course, but like make that money.
Yeah.
But that's so much money. Like, doesn't Roman make like 5 or something like that?
I think Roman's I think in the Brock Lesnar territory. Sasha's apparently
Brock
up there
make?
too. Brock was up at like 13, something like that. 13 or 12.
That's so crazy. That's so much money.
It is. There is, as you're still looking for the MJF shirt, I saw a little factoid, it may or may not be correct, that that apparently the base salary for a main roster performer in WWE is $350K.
The base salary for a WWE employee is $350?
For a main roster talent.
That I knew. Okay, I found the shirt. This is the most generic ass thing.
It's so bad.
I've made better shirts than this. I'm wearing a better shirt than
that
this.
you made.
That I made. And like I'm a sucker for fucking MJF merch. If it's not a CM Punk shirt I'm wearing, it's an MJF shirt. But that's bad.
I made a joke that we should sell it and undercut AEW.
We should sell one?
We should make that same exact shirt and undercut AEW. And see how far we get before we get like a cease and desist.
But what would happen if we got a cease and desist?
We would still get the profits of it, but we wouldn't be able to produce it again. We have to take it off like the shop.
Hold on, let me pull up Canva.
You about to make it right now?
That's how Meat Slapping Majesty came to be. I made it while on the show. That's how Kayfabe came to be. I named myself on the show.
We helped name that. I think the chat helped us name it on the show.
What's so crazy about the whole me figuring it out on the show? In my like OG wrestling group chat, my name has been Kayfabe in there for years.
And you started to
and it never clicked to use it for that.
It happens.
Never, not once.
It happens. But let's move on, folks. So the reason that we're here for the season NXT Battleground is this Sunday, June 9th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I think pre-show starting at 7:30 Eastern. Live from the UFC Apex Arena in Las Vegas, UFC Apex Building Center, whatever. If you guys don't know what UFC Apex is, it was Fight Island during the pandemic. So it's
what's Fight Island?
So it's okay. It's okay. Okay. So during the pandemic, UFC was still running events in what they called Fight Island. So it's pretty much this. It seemed like a pretty relatively small room, and they put an octagon in, and they would have their fights, and there was a minimal amount of people there, which is kind of my primary concern with this NXT Battleground coming up. Is that I don't know. They sold tickets. I didn't see the seating chart at all for NXT Battleground, but I'm like, how many people are actually going to show? Like, how are they going to make this a production of a WWE caliber? Because they keep they keep saying UFC Apex, UFC. Like, I don't know how much that arena or that location is going to be able to hold. Like, this is going to be a
Yeah.
very unique situation for WWE. It's the first time they're truly publicly doing an integration of UFC and WWE. We're doing another one very soon as well, where SmackDown's going to be at an arena on Friday, and then UFC's doing an event that next day on Saturday. So they are messing around with kind of back-to-back, mega weekends and things like that. I think that's coming up this weekend, actually. But NXT Battleground from Vegas, it was, for the most part, NXT Battleground was going to be like, okay, very interesting show. And then last week happened, and All Ego Ethan Page wasn't the biggest surprise that happened last week. But
He wasn't?
No. All Ego Ethan Page showed up. He took out Trick Williams. Apparently, according to the chat earlier on today, Ethan Page is officially, Kay, a part of NXT.
That's fucking crazy.
He is no longer with AEW. They have signed him to a contract. That video package was great. So here's what you don't know, Kay. So for the last couple of weeks, Metaphor, the Noam Dar's group, has been
Noam Dar's still signed.
Noam Dar's hysterical.
I think I ask this question every
you
few
do.
months.
Every time we bring up Noam Dar, you're like, he's still there? And I'm like, yeah. Noam Dar and his group of minorities that he hangs out with, because that's what Noam Dar does. I shit you not, Kay. I shit you not. It's Jakara Jackson, Oro Mensa, and Lash Legend, who I think is the real life girlfriend of Trick Williams, and they're fun. Trick Williams
Really?
openly flirts with her, and she like almost breaks character every time. So for the last couple of weeks, Metaphor's been getting taken out by a mystery person, and no one's been able to figure out who it is. So Lash went to Trick and was like, is it you? And it was like, oh, it's not me. And then the lights went out, and Ethan Page showed up on NXT, beat up, and he goes, I'm the one who's been taking out Metaphor. It's me. And he's like, NXT is now All Ego. The best part of a call, K, was this. So Vic Joseph, who I adore, he goes, oh my God, that's Ethan. Wasn't he on AE? And Booker goes, whoa.
So they're not allowed to say AEW yet.
It was a good tease. It was a brilliant tease. So this hasn't been official yet as of now, unless Fretz tells me otherwise. But we are going to.
I could have sworn Fretz said that in the chat, but I might have misread him.
He said Ethan Page is NXT, or All Ego is NXT, which great get. Ethan Page has been a talent for a very, very long time. And has done good work every place he's gone. It's TNA, AEW for like 3 seconds, and now NXT, and also on the independents, Canadian-born wrestler, by the way. That's probably why I know a lot about him. They haven't made this official yet, but I am assuming that Ethan Page and Trick Williams will be fighting for the NXT Championship this Sunday at the UFC Apex Arena. If that does not occur, it's nothing off our shoulder for a prediction battle, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to make a prediction right now. Kayfabe, I'm going to give it to you. All Ego or whoop that Trick?
I think Trick's not done yet, so I'm going to say Trick.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Page has been here for 2 days. He has time to cook. Not everybody, okay, not like, this might be a controversial opinion. Not
Probably
everybody
not.
needs to fucking win the title on their first match,
Mm-hmm.
or their first pay-per-view, or their first whatever. It's okay to have long-term storytelling,
Yeah.
and it's okay to let him lose. He's not being buried.
No.
For you fucking marks that are like, he lost. Trips is burying him. He should go to AEW.
Well, he did that, and we look. He literally did that, and look how that worked out for him.
I know it didn't work for him. But wrestling fans are so fucking angry and so fucking bitter, and they're never happy.
Oh man, yeah. I'm very excited. I've followed Ethan Page here and there. We almost had him on the show once, actually.
Oh wait, I remember that. Actually.
Yeah.
That was such a long time ago.
That's when he first got to AEW. But now he's here, so I'm interested to see to follow him more a little bit more full time because I DVR NXT since we are streaming during the show right now. So I'll definitely watch it tomorrow after I watch Star Wars: The Acolyte tonight, probably.
Oh, that came out.
No, actually, it's coming out in 7 minutes at 9 o'clock.
Okay, we can wrap it up right
We
now.
can power through.
Tap. Let's go. No post show.
Maybe we'll move towards that. So if that happens, that'll be our official prediction. I'm also going with Trick Williams as well. What we do know is happening is what really broke the internet last week. Roxanne Perez, the cute as a button NXT Women's Champion, who's in her bad girl era now at the age of 22.
Ooh.
Yeah, wearing all black with all the sass and everything now. Needed an opponent. And I don't know if you know this, but The Rock's daughter, Ava, is the general manager of NXT.
Yes, I did.
Yes, Pebbles, as we used to call her when she was a child. The general manager of NXT. And I actually love her NXT character because she kind of teeters between kayfabe and her real shoot personality when she gets pissed off at people. So it's kind of funny, and she looks so much like her mom and her dad. It's kind of gross.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
She looks so much like The Rock.
Yeah. So Roxanne's been popping up like, who's my opponent? Who's my opponent? Who's my opponent? And Abel's like, well, all right, I got you your opponent. And Jordan Grace showed up.
That's so crazy.
Jordan Grace showed up with the Knockouts title in hand, as in our graphic on here right now. So the NXT Battleground, Jordan Grace is showing up with the TNA Knockouts title. She is challenging Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. If Trick and Ethan Page don't do anything on Battleground, I believe this is the main event. This has to be the main event. This is huge. Absolutely huge. It was a big surprise that she showed up at the Royal Rumble with the Knockouts title. Now she's showing up on WWE programming with the Knockouts title. Her speech was absolutely great.
What'd she say?
She said, Roxanne, just in case you forgot, or if anybody forgot from the Rumble, my name is Jordan Grace, the TNA Knockouts champion. So they gave her freedom to literally say, I am the Knockouts champion from TNA, which is something.
That's so great.
Which is something that if you've been following, WWE forever, they never gave anybody permission to talk about anything else.
No one by name. New Japan is just the country of Japan as a whole.
Yeah, it hasn't been till I think around a little bit before, but definitely at WrestleMania when you watch the playback, Michael Cole rattles off all of these different companies.
It was really nice to see.
Mm-hmm. So, Fretz is saying that Jordan Grace had NXTNA on her gear tonight, and I need to see that because if that's a shirt, I want it so badly. She said, you've been doing well here. I've been doing well here in my division, the Knockouts division. She goes, let me ask you something, Roxanne. Who's built the better foundation? And I was like, ooh, that's a bold move because anybody who's really followed women's wrestling knows that the TNA Knockouts division is consistently, by and large, over the past decade, probably the best women's division in all of pro wrestling.
Oh, for sure.
Like
I don't even fucking watch TNA, and I know that to be true.
Yeah, so this is a crazy thing that's happening. Jordan Grace looks like $1 million. She's wrestling tonight in a little bit of a showcase match on NXT. I think she started out the show. But her Knockouts title is not on the line this Sunday. Roxanne Perez's NXT title is on the line. Rumor has it that, number one, this collaboration has been in the works since Jordan Grace had such a positive reaction from the Rumble, and rightfully so.
She was what, like the test?
I think she was the test.
Kind of?
Yeah. She was
That's a good
It
test.
was a great test because I think, Kay, were you with me no, I think I was with Wade when we saw Jordan Grace at Shine.
I don't think we saw Jordan Grace. I don't remember though.
I had to have been with Wade. You saw Shotzi the first time at Shine.
Yes, I do. That was the day I fell in love with Shotzi and Swole in one day.
Yes, I remember.
That was me front row living.
That is true. Yes, Shotzi and Swole. So rumor has it that this has been in the works for a while, but also rumor has it that this might be the first of many TNA crossovers into WWE, which we kind of hinted at
That's really
before
cool.
with AJ Styles potentially, with the possibility of AJ Styles showing up on TNA in the near future. See, AEW, this is how you work with another company. You know,
No, for real.
yeah.
Like, all I want are just all the wrestlers and all the dream matches to happen. It's like really nice to see that it's actually possible now.
Yeah, it's possible. Oh man, and like NXT is a great ground for this because WWE has been using a lot of the main roster talent to come down and, you know, help these people out. Becky Lynch did it for a little bit with Tiffany and Lyra Valkyria. AJ Styles has come down. But if they can get TNA to kind of supplement that and have them show up instead of the main roster talent and like have CV's NXT talents work with performers outside of the company, some who have had years and years of wrestling ahead of him, like Jordan Grace is with Roxanne Perez, this is a big gift for everybody. It's a
Yeah,
huge
everybody
get.
can learn. There's so much learning to be had.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really exciting opportunity. I'm just nervous about like the roster, like people getting lost in the shuffle
I understand that.
even more. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think this is potential is so exciting, but I worry.
It's gonna be kind of a, you know, you're gonna kind of do a little bit of a push and a pull. You're gonna have to see where kind of things land. But I'm excited for this. With that being said, the NXT Women's title is the only title on the line this Sunday. Kay, I'm gonna have to ask you this. Do you think there is a slight chance that Jordan Grace leaves with both belts?
Yes, absolutely. I'm predicting Jordan's gonna win.
Wait, all right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, I mean, if that happens, we're truly in a different era of WWE pro wrestling because Daddy Vince would have never allowed that to happen.
I think I think is stupid of Vince because by having Jordan carry two titles for two promotions, that puts more eyes on NXT.
It
There
does.
could be like there could be marks that think they're like WWE purists or whatever. Then Jordan Grace fucking walks into Impact and is like, I'm the NXT champion. They'll tune in for her.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And she has so much she can teach like younger stars on the roster
Mm-hmm.
while also giving Roxanne Perez like new opportunities. Like, I think she might move up soon, maybe.
Ooh, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of new opportunities for the women coming up, but Jordan Grace with the NXT and TNA championship makes TNA Impact must-see TV then.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think I've ever said that in my life as a pro wrestling podcaster. TNA Impact being must-see TV. Ever.
Well, this is a new era.
This completely is a new era. With that being said, I still don't know if NXT or Michael Hickenbottom, aka Shawn Michaels, is bold enough to pull that trigger just yet. If all right, so if in main events, I think there's a bigger chance of it happening.
Mhm.
And I think it's gonna main. I think
it's happening.
I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go with Roxanne. Roxanne might pull a rabbit out of her hat.
It's okay to pull it safe. Also, disregard the message I sent host because it's off slightly. I did it. I made it. I was trying to find a font as accurate as possible because the fonts I was liking were too good.
Yeah. We should have made it a rainbow font and sell it for Pride.
Oh my God! No, I want a better snow.
Okay,
Pride is better.
I understand. It was just a spur of the moment idea. All right, but
great idea.
Spur of the moment idea. All right, so moving on to this. Speaking of opportunities for the women in NXT, Kate, tell me if you heard this before. North American ladder match for the NXT North American title.
Oh my God, it's so creative and fresh.
Yes, but it's for the women's North American Championship. So, guess what? I have been bitching, I have been moaning for pretty much a majority of my my pro wrestling podcast career that WWE needs a mid-card women's title, and NXT is getting a mid-card women's championship, and they're going to do it the same way they did the initial North American Championship, the initial mid-card championship of NXT, in a 6-person ladder match, this time a 6-woman ladder match. Your participants are Mia Yim, Lash Legend, real-life girlfriend, I believe, of Trick Williams, Kalani Jordan, real-life girlfriend of Carmelo Hayes, Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, Surfer Girl, and Fallon Henley. Now, these participants... Yes, Fallon Henley has, I forgot what she went by on the Indies, but she had also shown up on AEW Dark a couple of times as well before going to WWE full-time. Kalani Jordan, a former gymnast, Lash Legend, a tall glass of milk, and a former WNBA basketball player. Sol Ruka is a surfer, and I don't know where Jada Parker came from. But these parts, and there's also Mia Yim to kind of steer the ship, because, you know, Mia Yim loves ladders. So what was interesting about this, Kay, is that they did a women's combine. And so what they did with the women's combine was that they went through all these athletic events, and they got scored, and then the top 12 women did one-on-one matches against each other based on your scores, and the six women who won their matches advanced to this. So those are your 6. Like I said, Mia Yim, Lash Legend, Kalani Jordan, Fallon Henley, Sol Ruka, and Jada Parker. Now,
okay. I don't know who any of these people are, so
except for Mia Yim.
Except for Mia Yim, and I don't think Mia Yim's going to win.
I do not think Mia Yim's winning as well. I think Mia Yim's there just to kind of be the veteran.
Yeah.
To kind of make sure no one goes too nuts. But
it's like she's the Natalia of NXT.
Kind of, even though Natalia was on NXT the other week. She did an underground match, which was really good. And I don't know if you saw, what was it, Monday? Was it yesterday? They let Natalia wrestle yesterday.
Did they?
They let her wrestle. I was like, ooh, we're getting spicy.
I don't know if I got busy, but I didn't see that.
Well, did you watch? Was it from the clip I sent you?
No, I watched.
Oh, you actually watched it? They might have cut it. I don't know, but it was
I watched it, but I also didn't pay attention like I should have.
I understand.
This logo's fucking annoying.
Why are you still trying to make this Wolf of Wall Street logo, Wolf of Wrestling logo?
Because I'm so committed now. And working on this logo while talking is helping me focus on this conversation more. Notice I'm not losing my place as much.
I understand, and that's good. It's perfectly fine. I enjoy it. So here's my thing with this. Mia Yim's not winning this, in my opinion. I think Lash Legend could be the one, but she's still stuck in that thing with Trick. Kalani Jordan, I think, a little bit too green. Sol Ruka and Jada Parkinson. I think you're giving it to Fallon Henley. Fallon Henley just turned heel on everybody. She's also kind of in her bad girl, I don't give a fuck era. And she's the most seasoned out of all of them outside of Mia. I think Fallon Henley wins this. She's not going to be obviously the fan favorite because she's a heel, but she's the most experienced, and I think she deserves this title as the inaugural NXT North American Women's Champion. I'm going to go with Fallon Henley. Kayfabe, who would you go with?
Same, because I don't know who these people are.
That works for me. I'm going to go. So Fallon and
You
Fallon.
can tell me Santina Marella was in this ladder match, and I believe you.
His daughter was almost qualified.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so Ariana Grace is Santino's daughter. So
wait, what?
Ariana Grace?
I don't know who that is, but I didn't know Santina had a daughter that's wrestling.
Mm-hmm. She's in NXT. You want to know what her gimmick is?
Oh God.
She's an obnoxious beauty pageant queen.
Oh God. I don't like that at all.
Oh my God, Kay, you'd hate her. You'd hate her so
God.
much.
No thanks.
You know whose daughter also is in NXT?
Who?
Victoria's daughter.
I didn't know Victoria had a daughter.
Yeah, Tatum Paxley, if you want to look her up when you get a chance. Tatum Paxley is a chip off her mother's old block, because you know what she is? She's a crazy psychotic white chick.
I see it. I'm looking at her.
Yeah, exactly.
She's giving me 10 years ago.
Oh, back in your kayfabe name?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you look up Ariana Grace?
No, one moment. 1 N or 2?
2 N's, I believe.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, she has her.
I don't believe this woman does not look Canadian though. She looks like she's from New Jersey.
Who, Ariana Grace?
Yes.
I guess.
She's giving Jersey. I don't know. I'm looking at like I guess the AI produced some picture of her, like a stock
Maybe.
photo of her, and she looks like she's from New Jersey.
She's you.
Like Santina Morella from New Jersey.
That would be something. All right, so let's move on to the number championship match. NXT North American Men's North American Championship Triple Threat Obafemi, that monster of a man, versus a returning Wesley who has been out for over a year with a really bad knee injury, versus Joe Coffey, because yes, Gallus is still around.
Ooh! Oh, I love Gallus.
Bunch of thick boys there with Gal. So
Oh, a meat slapping Majesty match?
yes, it is. Did you watch Stand and Deliver from WrestleMania? So you have
Of course I did.
you have no idea about
No.
Obafemi, do you?
Y'all told me that I would love Obafemi and that he's like the boy.
He's the one. He's the one.
I just haven't.
Did we tell you about that spot that he did?
Remind me.
He had Dijak and Josh Briggs on his shoulders. So like Josh Briggs was on Dijak's shoulders and Dijak was on Obafemi's shoulders, and Obafemi had both of them, and he walked around the ring with them.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Obafemi is not even in great. He's not even like cut. He still has a lot of like knows what's happened. He was a former football player and Division I football player in college. He is thick. He's a monster.
Wow.
He he is a monster. I'm guessing you're looking him up right now.
No, I'm.
Are you still looking up
I had an
Ariana
idea.
Grace? Oh, you're
No, Canva.
gotcha. Yeah, Obafemi is a monster. I honestly, I don't think Wesley, even though he just came back, is going to be, and I don't know why Joe Cobb is in there. Joe Cobb is in there just to be there. I'm going to go with Obafemi. I just think he's going to be the most dominant NXT champion for a very, very long time. He's positioned well.
Based on this argument, I would say same.
We're going to go with Oba.
It's so hard. I don't watch wrestling. Like I don't. I feel like I'm like wow. I feel like I'm someone that doesn't watch wrestling at all.
Wow.
It's just guessing.
Oh man. Yeah, so I think Obafemi is retaining here. Let's move on then to the next match. Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice, two former Ultimate Fighting competitors. You wouldn't tell by looking at Lola Vice that she is actually a cage fighter way back when. But if you see her wrestle, she does do a lot of cage fighting techniques. And she was aligned with Shayna Baszler for a little bit when Lola Vice went up against Natty in an NXT Underground match. But then Lola Vice got too big for her britches and her personality and thought she didn't need Shayna. So now her and Shayna are beefing. And this match in particular, is going to be an NXT Underground rules match. So, okay, do you remember?
What does that
Do you
mean?
remember Raw?
Like-
Do you remember Raw Underground?
They're bringing back fucking Raw Underground.
They took the Raw Underground concept because they've done this a couple of times, and they modified it. So here's the difference between here's what NXT Underground is. So what they do, Kay, for the Underground match is they take the ring post out, they take the ropes out. It is just the mat. It is just. It is just.
That's so cool.
It's just.
Boris!
It's Boris. So it's just the
He
mat.
just came back.
Hey, Boris. It's just the mat. It's surrounded by NXT talent, and the only way to win, anything goes. No holds are barred. It's anything goes. The only way you win is by knockout or submission.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
And they also dim the lights.
Ooh. I think Shayna will win.
Of all the underground matches I've seen ever since they started doing this NXT Underground concept, I love it. It's very unique to NXT. They don't do it anywhere else in WWE.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It brings a little bit of raw grittiness to it. And for a place like this, if you're doing this in an UFC style in the UFC essentially building an arena, having an underground match with 2 former cage fighters is perfect.
That's really fun and really like smart.
Yeah,
That's great marketing.
it's beautiful marketing. Oh my god, Shayna needs a win so badly. Shayna,
That's yeah.
Shayna needs a
I
win really badly.
say yeah, I was feeling that Shayna's gonna win because I feel like she could use a win from what I understand.
She could. She's on the main roster. She's partnered up with Zoe Stark. And you know who's courting them?
Who?
A returning Daddy DeVille.
Daddy's
Oh,
back?
Daddy came back a couple weeks ago.
And she's on NXT now?
No, she's on Raw. She's on Raw. She returned on Raw.
Wait, why didn't I notice her on Raw? When did she come back on Raw?
A couple weeks ago. Like 3 weeks ago.
Was I? I've been watching Raw every week. I'm very confused. Wow.
Yeah.
Good for me. Happy Pride.
Yeah, Daddy DeVille came back. So I can, as much as I can see Lola Vice winning this match, Lola also needs a win too. But if Shayna is here to make Lola look better, then I'm gonna go with Lola while you go with Shayna.
Yeah.
Although
That makes
granted, I
sense,
would
yeah.
not be surprised if Shayna Baszler wins. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I feel like if Shayna doesn't win this match, then like what's there for her?
Yeah,
You know?
she does have a pending pending women's tag title match against Bianca and Jade.
Okay.
Because her and Zoe are number 1 contenders. So there is
So
that.
they're not gonna win.
Oh no, definitely not. You're not taking those titles off of Bianca and Jade anytime soon.
No.
By the way,
No way.
Sideberg real quick. I love Bianca and Jade matching
Oh my god, they're so good.
everything.
They're so fucking good. They're excellent.
They're having so much fun. It's gross.
I know I'm like very excited about them breaking up, but damn, I love them right now.
Did you see her tandem pose, a tandem flex pose?
It's so cute.
Oh, it's gonna be great. But yeah. So last but not least, on this card, which is going to be the NXT Tag Team Championships, Axiom, formerly known as A-Kid K, but he wears a mask now. He is Axiom, and Nate Frazier putting their tag titles on the line against the Good Brothers. Gallows
What?
and Anderson. Yeah, they're doing a little bit of a tour on NXT right now too.
Okay. I don't know who these tag champions are.
A-Kid is
So-
Axiom.
Oh, A-Kid's really, really good.
A-Kid is
Okay.
Axiom, and Nathan Frazier is a graduate of Seth Rollins' Black and Brave, I think it was called.
Yeah, they're Black and Brave. How long have they been champions for?
They won it during Stand and Deliver.
That was during Mania?
Yeah.
I could see the Good Brothers winning to further strengthen AJ Styles' fake retirement tour.
Honestly, I'm with you on that. I totally think that's the move. If they're gonna go like full like rabid like heel guys like they used to be in Japan, I think
I want that for them so bad.
I think
in
you give it to
WWE.
Gallows and Anderson. I don't know what you do with Mia Yim at that point because she hasn't really shown that side of her.
I like forget she's with them all the time, and then they'll show up, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, you guys are
Mia Yim's.
yeah. But I kind of am going with the Good Brothers here. I think they take it.
That would be fun. It would be nice to see them as champions.
They've got a little bit more edge to them now. I like them. They're funny as hell in real life.
You're so funny. My hot Asian wife.
Did we ever tell you about that, Kay?
About what?
So I think it was me, Dave, and Charles. We were walking down.
Oh, didn't you meet them?
Yeah.
In the city?
Yeah, because I think Dave stopped as we were walking to Barclays. Because
Was that when I was meeting up with you?
I don't remember.
Because there was one time we were meeting up in Brooklyn,
Yeah,
and you guys met someone on the way to me meeting up with you.
that might have been it.
Yeah,
That might have been,
I
yeah.
was very mad.
Dave stopped to look into a restaurant because Shivani was there. And he was,
Oh, really?
yeah, and he was like, "Oh, look, it's Tony Schiavone." I was like, "Oh shit," you know. And then, as we were turning about to walk, we saw a taxi parallel parking, and then big ass Luke Gallows sticks his head out of the window to make sure the guy's good. How Luke Gallows got into a New York City taxi is beyond me.
Impressive.
Yeah, is beyond me, and so
It was like a normal car, not
Yeah, it was
like
a
the
no-
taxi van.
it was a normal car. I was like, "How?" And this is before.
Wow.
This is a Monday. That's why, because we were around on Monday because we both went to Raw. And
Oh, yeah.
because in my head I was like, "Aren't you guys on Raw? Shouldn't you guys be at the arena already?"
Yes, that was the time
Mhm.
because wasn't that WrestleMania weekend when I went
Something
with
like
fucking
that.
Just
Yes.
it was WrestleMania weekend when I went with Justin and Justin made us fucking late and that's why I didn't get to meet the fucking Good Brothers.
Yeah, I think Charles ended up taking a picture because the taxi cab driver wanted a picture, so they took a picture of them. So like we chatted them up a little bit. Like Luke Gallows is huge, absolutely
Oh,
big
I'm
man.
sure.
Big man. But yeah, no, cool dudes. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Good Brothers here. I
I
have
think
a
that's
feeling.
a very good choice.
I have a strong feeling we're gonna get some Good Brothers in NXT. They'll definitely make their tag division a lot more interesting.
For sure.
So yeah, that's all we have in the card. A short and sweet card, unlike AEW, which is loaded with a lot of stuff.
Oh my god.
Yes. So Battleground again this Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7:30, I think, pre-show start time as well. But of course, Kay, we have some bonus questions. It's gonna be short and simple bonus questions.
Oh good.
Yeah. So since this is going to be in a UFC building, arena, whatever the hell you're calling it, my question is, how many UFC fighters make an appearance on the show? There is no plus or
5.
minus here, just a straight number.
5. I'm not naming them because I don't know any.
You're going with 5. That's a big number.
I'm going with 5, but I'm counting that 5 starting from like pre-show, like someone showing up on
I'll allow
commentary
that.
all the way
I'll
through
allow
the
that.
show.
Okay, with that being, I'm still going 3. I'm going 3. But no,
And I'm counting like surprise audience views.
I believe that as well. So another Battleground question for you, since we're in the prohibited portal era of WWE, will we see other TNA talent appear during Battleground? That's a yes or no, by the way.
Will we see TNA talent? Is the question?
Outside of Jordan Grace, will anybody else from TNA show up during Battleground?
Probably. I don't see why not.
I mean, if we're gonna go full-fledged into it, then might as well.
I feel like if they're trying to make like a huge deal out of this weekend in general, like make it's feeling very big fight feel.
Yeah.
Lots of celebrities showing up. I could by celebrities, I mean like in the wrestling and MMA world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely feel like it'll happen.
I find it so hysterical that WWE started to do this the same month as Forbidden Door and AEW.
It's very funny. I think it's great.
I live for the pettiness, to be completely honest.
Me too.
I
I say this as someone that was like such a huge fan of AEW. Like I'll watch it, but like I don't know. Maybe this is the punk mark in me, but like it never recovered for me.
Yeah,
and I see what's wrong with it like a lot more now. Like I guess the shininess wore off for me.
Yeah, you took off the rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. It was like they have such a good roster. They have such a good roster.
Yeah.
And they could do so much more than what they're doing. It was really funny. Before we go into the final bonus question, I saw a tweet that was quoting Tony Khan, I guess, on a media thing. And he was like, because someone asked about Ricky Starks, absolute Ricky Starks, one of their boys that they were hot on for a while. And somebody's like, oh, what's going on, Ricky Starks? He goes, oh, we love Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks has been a big part of our programming and stuff. We're definitely open to like, doing stuff with him in the future and really having him be a part of a show a lot more. And someone retweeted and said, Tony, you're the booker.
Jesus Christ. What is wrong with AEW?
It's Tony. It's always been Tony.
Like, this is like, I understand that I'm not the one that should probably be like preaching like don't do drugs, kids, but like Tony Khan should probably take a tea break. Just saying.
Or something. They're doing better with their marketing. So you know how the NBA has TNT? Or TNT has the NBA.
Yeah.
So today I had the Western Conference Finals. I was watching this during the Western Conference Finals post show. They gave all of the NBA on TNT guys replica AEW belts.
Oh, that's really cute.
I was like, hey guys, you're getting smart. It's like,
that is smart.
You're getting smart.
I saw that Willow and Swerve were at the House of Dragon premiere in the city yesterday.
I believe they were, yeah. Good for them. That is also my thing as we go on an AEW tangent as well. I'm so upset that Swerve's not the main storyline.
I know.
I'm very upset about that.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's very good, and he worked to get that title.
Yeah, he did.
Like he's done so well in AEW, even with that dumbass dance. I hate that dance so much.
Do you?
I hate it so much. It's just I was like, oh, there's so much just ridiculousness in it. But last but not least, they did this at Stand and Deliver when they signed Julia from New Japan. Do we get another surprise NXT signee?
Probably.
I'm actually.
Do I have to guess who it is?
No. You just can say yes or no. There's another yes or no.
Oh, good.
We're going simple this week.
Yes, absolutely, I do.
I'm gonna go with no. I don't think they.
Well,
here's my reasoning. You now have TNA. You pretty much solidified you have TNA. There's no space to sign someone new at this point.
That makes sense.
There's no space. Your big signing is Ethan Page right now. And Ethan Page was not formerly a TNA, but more recently AEW. I don't think there's any room. They're waiting for Julia to, I think, get healed before she blows up. So I think they're hold off for now. I think Julia was a big get. It was WrestleMania weekend. That was a huge deal that she showed up. But I don't think you do it for Battleground. Also because I don't think the arena's big enough for a pop like that. Like, remember we'd go to takeovers and the arena's packed and then like all of a sudden Ricochet showed up or Keith Lee showed up or Drew McIntyre returned. And it was like I don't think the UFC Apex Arena is set up for that massive a pop that they would want to go for. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all, no.
So I think you hold off on that signee for right now, whoever it may be. Imagine if it's Becky Lynch. She re-signs a contract and she shows up at NXT.
Oh my God, stop. No, I think she's on vacation. Let her go see her family.
Yeah, her contract's up. She's gonna renegotiate.
Yeah.
She's gonna get a new contract, take some time off, a well-deserved time off.
Yeah, she deserves a break very much.
Yeah. Be with Seth. Her and Seth can be parents for once, for real, while Seth recovers and Becky's renegotiating her contract. Getting a new contract. It's not a renegotiation, their contract expired. Getting a new contract. And they'll chill out. And well-deserved break. Seth has deserved a break for a long time. Becky and Seth have been the workhorses of WWE for a very, very long time, and they deserve a break, and they deserve all the money that's going to come to them when they return.
Absolutely.
But for right now, let them take a break. Let them relax. So, NXT Battleground, once again, how many crowns are you going to give us, Kay? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best thing ever. What do you got for me?
I'll give it a 7.
I like 7.
I don't know. I know nothing about any of this. I'm just here to be here today.
It was either that or I was probably going to go to the movies, to be completely honest with you.
if you ever want kids to go to the movies, you absolutely are welcome to do
That
that.
is the only problem with us doing the show on Tuesdays now, because usually it's discount Tuesdays. So I can always go see someone for cheap. But now I can't anymore because we have the show.
We could also always like change our schedule a little bit.
We
Like
just
we don't have to
changed
do
it to
every
Tuesday.
No. Keep Tuesday, but we don't do every Tuesday.
That's very true. But like, we just started.
But it's like a balance. Like
Yeah.
there are some Tuesdays where nothing's going on.
Yeah, we usually play by ear, but we're gonna do one next Tuesday though, because we're doing Battleground. But next Tuesday, Kay, is Clash at the Castle.
Oh fuck already?
Yeah, it's a quick
my
turnaround, and then 2 weeks after Clash of the Castle is Forbidden Door during Pride Weekend. So
How homophobic. Everyone, I have so many friends who are like, "Are you going to Forbidden Door?" I'm like, "It's fucking on
Are
Pride."
you out of your
Absolutely.
mind?
Bitch, like no. I will be hosting.
Are you gonna be
And
hosting
having
a
a
Pride
gay
party?
Yeah, I have friends, like Long Island friends coming in, and they're staying all weekend. The
Mhm.
parades and everything is Sunday. Saturday, they're doing a Pride event in Astoria Park. And then we're gonna go out at night. It's gonna be very fun.
Oh, jeez. Stay safe, Kay.
I can't wait. I will.
Stay safe. With that being said, folks, this concludes our show this week. Like I said, we are going to be returning next week for Clash at the Castle and whatever shenanigans or wildness that's going to go on in the world of pro wrestling. Kayfabe, any final words before I do my outro or our outro?
Naturally, it's that time where the edible has kicked in. So I'm going to make this outro short. You can find me on Instagram at K_Fabe. And yeah, that's it. I have nothing to plug.
Of course, that's
I have logos to work on.
You do have logos to work on.
I stopped designing and I have nothing to say.
All right. I'm glad I timed that pretty well for you, too. By the way, now that the edibles and stuff is kicked in. Looks like the edibles kicked in for Boris behind you, too.
Boris! Hi! Wow, that just made my whole day like sitting and smiling.
Oh my God. All right, folks, let's get this show on the road. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to KOTR, episode number 378. Laid it on thick because we laid it on thick tonight with a crazy Liv Morgan pastel suits. And Jordan Grace, Thick Mama Pump, may actually be headlining an NXT Premium Live event this Sunday, NXT Battleground being this Sunday evening. I've been your host, King Ricky Rose, and you can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ Ambassador Biggs, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, some people's DMs, less people's text messages, Ambassador Biggs. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast across all social media outlets. Like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews. The links to all of that are in the description below, along with the links to Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, home to Kings of the Rings podcast, Young Lions Perspective podcast, WrestleMania podcast, and Rebrace for Impact Wrestling podcast, which naturally covers TNA. It looks like we're going to have to do a crossover with Nate sometime soon. Okay. Follow Wrestle Addict Radio at addict_wrestle on Twitter and at Wrestle Addict Radio everywhere else on the social medias. Like I said, folks, when we come back, Boris will probably also be, look at that smiling cute dog. Boris will be with us. Hopefully, Kayfabe will be back. Hopefully, Will be back, because we are going to clash at the castle next week, where, lo and behold, folks, Drew McIntyre is losing to the hands of CM Punk. I'm just putting it out there.
Wait.
Just putting it out there, folks. So until next week, goodbye, good night. We will see you soon. And Kay, you want to do the honors?
Yeah, fuck you, Slack.
Fuck you, Slack. See you next week. I love Boris. I love you.
Isn't he perfect?
Him waving his paw away. Boris is the man.
Oh, I love him so much.
So what are your design ideas, Kay, for as we're on the post show for like 2 seconds?
All right. Yeah, I need to do a 2-second close show.
That's fine.
I need to collapse. Like for the logos, like the shirts, or like
Whatever you were working on during the show, to tell me what you got. I want to hear your
So-
ideas.
Hey.
The main issue I'm having with the Wolf of Wrestling shirt is I'm like, do I make it look exactly like Max's or do I make it look cute? So that's the internal struggle I'm having, plus like symmetry. It's like slightly off and it's just fucking annoying me. So
If we
now I'm
really want
trying
to
to
go
like
through with this, take the like VO from of and use the Wrestletic Radio circle logo, the shield logo.
oh, that's a cute idea.
Just in case we do want to do this and not get in trouble by
Yeah.
anybody.
And then I don't even know what the vibe I'm thinking for the Pride shirt's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking of like making. I'm like trying to figure out like maybe I can see if I can make like a crown with the updated Progress Pride flag, but that it's not looking right. So I'm just
What's the
like,
Progress Pride flag? Can you educate me on that?
so there's the flag. I feel like the flag has changed a few times in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So you know how you have you seen the Pride flag that there's the rainbow and then on the left side there's the black stripe, the brown stripe, the blue stripe, pink stripe, and white stripe.
I believe so. I think that's the one that's hanging in. I don't think I ever told you. I bought a Pride flag and I have it in my bedroom.
Oh wow, yeah, that's the
I'll have to
that
send
was
you
at
a
the
picture.
that was at the I think that was the original Progress Pride
Progress
the original Progress, yeah.
flag, yeah.
That's the alliteration for me. And a few years ago, they added to that next to it a yellow triangle with a purple circle. That's to represent the intersex community.
That I did not know.
Yeah, that I don't remember when that flag came out. I feel like 2021-ish, maybe. I don't know if I'm correct. I'm not up to date on my flag history.
Gotcha.
But I believe that is the most recent flag.
I'll have to look that one up. I never.
I'll send it to you. I will put it in Discord. No, I just want to copy this. What is your little problem?
Yeah, I bought it because I have that flag. I also have one of the many African American heritage flags.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I put it. I think I bought them last year, and they're hanging prospectively in my bedroom. I really have no place in my living room to put it,
hmm
so I put it in my bedroom. There's a funny reason for that, but I'll text you about that.
What about in the window?
That's where I have my curtains.
No, I know that, but like
Oh, you like
between
the
the curtain
curtains?
and the window.
I know.
That way you could see it from the street
Ooh,
if you were comfy. I did that in my
I'm pretty
last
comfy.
apartment.
No one's messing with me.
Yeah, I did that in my old apartment where I had, well, I didn't have curtains in my old bedroom to be totally honest, but I used the trans flag as one curtain and the pride flag as the other flag curtain.
Ooh.
So I like draped it. I like just not safety pin. I thumbtacked it up like above the window.
Okay. I'll have to think about that because I'm in the middle of like redoing some of my curtains.
Oh,
Yeah, so the curtains I had, like the curtains I bought when I was first moving in on with a suggestion of somebody, were a little too long, and so I kind of want to get
Mhm.
shorter ones. Like I like the curtains I have, but they're just a little too long. So like,
mhm.
so I want to get
Do
shorter
they
ones.
make them? Do they make the same curtain shorter? Or should you go get them hemmed?
No, they don't make them shorter.
Then why don't you like go to like the cleaners and get them hemmed?
Never thought about that.
Like if you measure out, if you measure the length you want from I guess like your curtain rod to the length of I guess the bottom of the window or whatever, you can measure it out and then bring that measurement, I guess, to like a seamstress or like the cleaners or something, and they could probably hem that for you. I don't see why they couldn't.
I have to look into it because the cleaners at my the cleaners in my town is freaking amazing.
hmm
Like freaking amazing. Like their turnaround is great. Like I bought in like a suit because I had to do a career day last week or a couple weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, because it's a suit that I brought to Mania because when me and Charles went to like our fancy dinner night,
Oh, the gala.
not the gala, the jazz club.
Oh, fun, fun, fun.
Remember I showed you the lady singing Beyonce?
Yes.
Yeah, so I wore like a suit and a suit get up to that, and so I hadn't really done anything since then. So then I brought it to them on like a Tuesday. They're like, "Yeah, it'll be ready tomorrow by 4." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay." So like, yeah, their turnaround is absolutely fantastic. So I'll look into that. I never thought
Yeah.
of that idea.
I mean, I never thought you could until I was just thinking about it right now. I'm like, wait a minute, you probably just hem it. Or if you know how to sew or have someone that knows how to sew in your life, like you could pull out the sewing machine,
You know
sew
who
it
is a
yourself.
great freaking sewer? And I never asked them to like teach me. My father. My
Really?
father could sew. I mean, my father has bigger hands than me, and he would always sew.
Could you video call your dad and ask him to like show
You're
you?
asking for too much of my dad in technology. You're asking for way too much. I don't even think I have
Sure,
a
it was
sewing
worth a shot.
kit.
They're really super easy to get. Like, I'm not good at sewing like in any way. Like in
Yeah.
middle school, we did it in home ec, but like I was so horrible at hand sewing that I was not allowed on the sewing machine. I was that bad.
My
But
God,
like
okay.
as it's hard, like it was like I don't know, a lot of stuff in my hands was not the easiest on me, so
Fair.
that it was just a skill that is like ergonomically not the best for me.
Understandable.
So I can sew, like I could do like a shitty hem, like nothing like tailor quality or anything, but like if you're desperate, I can fix a hole in pants.
Get shit
Like
done. Yeah.
it's like get shit done, like it's not pretty. And my like main sewing experience is like sewing like patches on like jackets and stuff.
That's fair.
Like not like an iron on it or anything, but like thinner patches you can like just sew by hand.
Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, one quick question before we leave. What are you reading these days?
Okay, so I've been reading this series since like February. It's the Throne of Glass series.
What is it of
And I'm on
glass?
the Throne of Glass.
Why do I feel like I've heard of that one?
It's the same author that wrote the A Court of Thorn and Roses books.
Oh, that chick?
Yes.
Which is really funny because I named the show last week at Court of Anarchy.
Damn. Oh, I fucking love the Kotr book. So Throne of Glass is an 8-book series.
Mhm.
I haven't gotten really far in the last book because I've just been fucking busy. It's like
I
I've
get
been
it.
like going out and being social for once.
You're doing better than me.
I'm defrosting. Now that it's like Pride, I'm like, all right, I'm leaving the house. It's time for me to leave the house. But Throne of Glass is like this series about this girl who her kingdom is destroyed. Magic is outlawed, and she's an assassin, and she's in a tournament. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
It's a whole thing. It's fantasy. It's fantasy with like a smattering of romance. It's not like super smutty or anything like that.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay. Yeah.
It's really, really good.
I'll look at because I just finished like an X-Men like mega novel, not a mega novel, but like a big thing because I learned the magic of Kindle these days.
Oh my god, welcome aboard.
Yeah, I have the
It's
app.
the best thing.
Yeah.
I bought the Kindle in February and it's the best thing I've ever bought.
Yeah, so I have a foldable I have 2 foldable tablet laptops. But one I have a Chromebook that's a foldable tablet that turns into a foldable tablet.
Uh-huh.
So I use that because that's my F around tablet. That's my F around PC.
Oh, that makes sense.
I can just bring it anywhere and like I can still have all my stuff whenever I need it. Not like my
Smart.
not like my more like actual important laptop. I can like leave at home. You know. But I started doing that because with my Prime membership, I can just essentially rent books off Kindle.
Yeah, you have Kindle Unlimited.
Yes. No, I have Prime. So it's a little
I have
bit different.
Prime too.
I don't have Kindle Unlimited.
I have Prime and I have Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah.
Because you can like rent books that way.
Mhm.
But like the Throne of Glass books, I bought it was a bundle. It was all 8 books in one file.
Ooh.
So it's like it's like at the end of the file, like 5,500 pages or something like that.
Jesus.
So like I've like my Goodreads. I wanted to read 100 books this year.
Where are you at
this
now?
Series, I'm very behind.
Can you give me a number? Because I know what number I'm on.
Let me pull up my Goodreads. I know I'm not caught up to you. I know you're at more than me.
Are you still in the 20s?
I didn't even get to 20. Kingdom, the book I'm reading right now, will be 17.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But they're also fat fucking books.
That's why.
So I'm not totally upset with myself about it. Reading fucking 5,000 pages, 5,500 pages in like 4 months is like, while working full time.
Yeah, that's good.
Having a life, like, that's good enough for me.
Mm.
And I can power it out with shorter books once I finish this series.
Yeah, I'm almost done with reading every book that I've kept in my library, like my physical books.
Your TBR is complete. That's so impressive.
My what TBR?
Your TBR, your to be read.
Almost. No, not in like my Kindle library. It's like my physical library in my bedroom.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, TBR, it could be physical or it could be like on the Kindle.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where I started looking at my bookshelf like a year ago and be like, why the hell do I have all these books? And so I was like, let's read them and find out. And I've been really happy.
Shopping for books is really a great hobby to have.
I have like two wish lists of Amazon books that I want.
Oh yeah, I have a full Amazon books wish list.
Yeah. There's a Loki Marvel book that I would love to like for you to read. I think I told you about that book.
Yes, you did.
I finished reading it like right after reading it. It's amazing.
It was good.
It was really good. But no, I think I'm gonna read because there's one book that I pulled out. It's a book on the Vietnam War, written by like a Black author. Like I've read this book in high school, and for some reason I never returned it to the library. So I'm like, I have to have kept this for a reason.
I have a copy of A Clockwork Orange that I stole from my high school.
You know what book really surprised me that I enjoyed actually reading as an adult again?
What?
Great Gatsby.
I was just fucking talking about The Great Gatsby today.
I was like, wow, this is so relatable.
Well, there's a Great Gatsby musical on Broadway that's apparently is like does not follow the book.
That's a shame.
So I like want to like eat an edible and see what this musical is all about.
You know what book really disappointed me because I just finished reading it the other week?
What?
Catcher in the Rye.
Okay, I love Catcher in the Rye.
That is a delicious waste of time. I'm sorry.
Okay, I haven't read Catcher in the Rye in like 10 years. Catcher in the Rye, I was very much obsessed with in high school. Like, I was edgy and 16 and loved Holden Caulfield. Original.
You would.
I know. And this is the thing. I feel like Catcher in the Rye is one of those books that's so polarizing where people are either like obsessed with it, they think it's like the best book ever written, or people absolutely fucking hate it.
I'm the latter. I did not like the book at all. I was like, this is totally a pointless book.
Part of my reading challenge this year, I'm gonna reread a lot of books that I haven't read in at least like 10 years. So like
that's what I did.
when the Wicked movie comes out, I'm gonna reread the Wicked book.
I didn't know Wicked had a book series. I thought it was just based on a play.
The musical is based off a book.
That I did not know. I might have to add that to my list.
The book's so fucking good. I could go on and on about that book, so I'm going to reread that at the end of the year.
Hey, can we go see Wicked together?
Yes, I like the musical or the
show.
Movie?
No, not the movie. Sorry.
Yes, of course.
I can tell you this now. As long as it's not cleaned out, because I do fancy to go see a lot of movies. I via my credit card points that I always forget that I have. I use a lot of my credit card points that I accumulate. I have a $100 gift card to AMC movie theaters.
Oh, that's
so we can actually just probably like if I haven't used it up by then, we could probably just go see it
in a place like this. So, what's it called? I feel like I'm gonna see Wicked in theaters so many times because there are so many people I have to see Wicked with.
Well, this is my first time exploring the Wicked universe, and I was so enthralled by the trailer. I was like, oh, I think I need to go see this.
I want to take you. We should try to get cheap Wicked tickets. The musical.
Let me work on getting Comic-Con tickets this weekend first, and then I'll work from there.
We might be going to Comic-Con this year.
Do you need information?
No, I get emails or whatever.
Okay, just make sure your fan verification profile and stuff.
Yeah, I have that.
Did you create one for this year or?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, do that or roll it over because I know the fan verification pre-sale is the Sunday, and then the general on sale is like June 26th.
Yeah, I have to like figure out scheduling because I'm going away for my friend's 30th birthday in October, but we don't know what weekend yet.
Well,
So
yeah, Comic-Con 17th to the 20th.
So there's like a really good chance that Comic-Con will overlap. But I don't know.
Do you know who the headliners are for Comic-Con this year?
Yeah, but I don't remember right now.
Josh Brolin.
Yes, I saw it. I saw the whole list, but I like don't remember a lot of them.
The ones I remember: Josh Brolin, Haley Atwell, Paul Bettany, who played Vision in Marvel. He was also Chaucer in A Knight's Tale.
Yeah, I know. That's a good movie.
Oh, I love it. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook are gonna be there, and I am so excited.
That's a great.
I really hope they do like a joint picture, like the She's All That stars.
They absolutely will. I saw that like the voice cast of like Baldur's Gate will be there, but that's all I remember right now.
Something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff. But yeah, let me know because I would love to see you at Comic-Con, Kay, and we can frolic around.
Yes. That would be very fun.
Yeah. Until then, let me let you go, Kay. And we're gonna
Yeah, I'm dying.
Everybody else
It's
goes.
over.
See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Midnight music.